Hello everybody, welcome to my new Let's Play, Banjo Kazooie. Yes, Banjo Kazooie. We're back on the N64 one more time to start a new game. This is probably one of my favorite games on the N64. On the file select we have three. We have Banjo playing Nintendo, we have him at the stove, and we have him sleeping on the bed. So we'll just be starting on this one here. So let's start the game. And before I introduce the game a little bit further, let's hear the story of the game. We start up here in Gruntilda's lair. So let's find out what's happening in the world of Banjo Kazooie. Alright, and with that exciting intro, we have the beginning of the game. As you can see, Banjo can't do much. There's some of his garbage cans out here by the house. He can't jump very high. In fact, when you start, he can't even jump over the fence. How sad is that? Well, anyway, let's go outside and talk to Bottles the Mole, as we saw him talking to Tooty before. So basically, he just introduces himself, Bottle the short-sighted mole. The bear is Banjo, the main character, and Kazooie, his bird friend. And yeah, as you can see from the dialogue here, Kazooie and Bottles don't like each other much, and they kind of bounce off each other through the whole game. So Banjo asks where his sister is, and apparently Gruntilda swept out of the sky, grabbed her, and took her away. So Kazooie offers to get them back. So she flew up to the mountain layer. It's really dangerous. We'll probably need some training before we go up there. So he offers to teach us. We can press A if you want to teach the moves, or B if we already know them ourselves. Okay, so I'll just press B here. It'll be a little easier to explain things going around. So we're good enough. And he'll give you the basic moves. Alright, so now that saves us from going around Spiral Mountain, but we'll do it anyway. So, with the basic moves, the first one, moving the camera is with the C button. We could do that anyway. It's just taught at this first molehill here. So we'll just dodge enemies as I'll explain the moves in order going around Spiral Mountain. So we can jump a little higher. Just pressing the A button makes us jump low, but if we hold the button a little lower, it makes us jump higher. If we hold Z, we go into a crouch, and if we press A out of the crouch, we can do a big somersault jump. And if we press A when we're in the air, we can do this glide. So those are both really helpful, and we'll be using those a lot to travel different parts of the game here. The next skill Bottles teaches you is swimming. When you're in the water, you can press B to dive. And when you've dived, you can press B to do a big boost forward, or you can press A to do a bit of a flutter kick. As you see on the left hand side, you have an oxygen bar, and when that runs out, then, well, you run out of air, so it's best not to run out of oxygen. So that's pretty much all there is to swimming. We'll get more to swimming later when it becomes a bit more of a hassle. We can also climb up and down trees. Just by jumping to the side of trees or poles and pressing up or down, we can move up or down, and yeah. What you see I'm collecting here are honeycomb pieces. There's 2 in each level. In Spiral Mountain there's 6. And when you collect 6, you get an extra life extension. So, you know, you can live a little longer. So as you can see, I got 4 out of 6 here, and then there's an extra life behind the waterfall here, so we'll go ahead and get that too. And maybe I can make it to the other side of the route. Nope. No, almost. Well, I was a long way off. Alright, so that's basically all the movements. L and R don't do much in this game. If you hold R, the camera will follow directly behind you. So when you're making those moves around different places, you can have it so the camera can hold you. We're not going to go up there yet because we're not done getting all the honeycomb pieces here. When you're holding still, your basic attack is a paw swipe, this B button, and if you press B when you're running, you do a rolling attack. Those are your 2 most basic forms of attack, but they're not used. Well, the rolling attack's used pretty often. The most common one used is when you press B in the air, and you do this pecking attack that looks like this. Yeah. That's probably the most common thing you'll do. It can attack most ground enemies as well, and so, yeah. It's pretty handy. The last attack is when you're crouching and you press B, you do this sliding dash here, and that's pretty handy too. Yeah, so yeah, it's mostly used to hit switches later on in the game. I don't use it to attack much. And so as you can see, the honeycomb pieces form together, and I get a 6th bar of health there. And so, yeah. So we'll collect more of those as the game goes on. And yeah, so that's basically what this first area is. Banjo lives here. We'll come back for some hidden stuff and some mini games later on, but right now there isn't much else to do. So there's a molehill at the top. Bottle said he'd meet us here, so let's find out what he wants. Alright, so basically we're ready to tackle the witch. We have all our moves, so let's go. But Bottles doesn't really think that we're that great, so yeah. Sorry. Bottles will be inside the lair as well, and so he can teach us some stuff as we go through. There are some molehills inside each of the first couple levels, and so we can learn new moves from Bottles that are level specific, and maybe not, so we'll find out as we go through the game. So as you saw from the intro, basically Gruntilda, she always speaks in rhyme, and she is really ugly and she's kind of disgusting in general, and so she wants to become pretty, and so she wants to steal 2D's prettiness with this big machine, as explained just now. And this is her not apprentice, but her assistant Plungo. So he doesn't serve too much of a role in Banjo Kazooie, but we'll see him every now and then. So, entering the jigsaw puzzle, we're greeted by the big picture of Gruntilda here. And if we turn to our left, we'll see some steps, and on top is a jigsaw puzzle piece. These are our main quest items, so let's go on and see what the Jiggy has to say. Alright, so as the jigsaw piece said, jigsaw pieces are how you enter levels in this game. Basically, in Gruntilda's lair here, there are puzzle piece switches that we have to find, and when we step on them, we can insert puzzle pieces into a picture to open levels. So as you see, this is a big stone rock with a locked door on it seems. And yeah, the door is locked. So this is the first world, Mumbo's Mountain. To open the door, you'll need to find the jigsaw picture with an image of the level. So as you can see, here's something that might have that level on it, so there's a piece missing. So we have a piece, let's stand on the switch. And basically, Bottles explains to us, to enter the world, we have to fill in the missing space with a jigsaw piece. So we have the first piece, so now we just press the A button to fill in one piece of the puzzle, and so let's do that. And we've completed the puzzle. Alright, so when the picture completes, the world opens, and there we go. So, we've opened the first one, and Grunty rhymes at us. Alright, so that is it for episode 1 of Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. On episode 2, we will be exploring Mumbo's Mountain, seeing what it's all about. And I can't climb up this because well, bears can't climb mountains, don't you guys read? Alright. Well, don't I read, I guess. Alright, so tune in for the next episode of Let's Play Banjo Kazooie. See ya!